Well, Steve Nolan is an economist from the Liverpool John Moores University and joins us now. Hi there, Steve. So we've heard about this surprise that has affected economists. I mean, what had the data been pointing to? Why did it seem counterintuitive?
It was a big shock. The kind of projection was about 7.2%, 7.1%. And most of that was down to, as mentioned in your report, this rising oil costs. I mean, it's the kind of price we all notice we're driving down the street. The prices are right there. And that's been rising quite a bit. But that was offset by some other falls, big falls in food, thankfully. That's been quite persistently high, and we've seen that coming down. So overall, that was what was meant that the prices are still rising, but not as much as we thought they were going to.
OK, well, the Chancellor's reaction to this was to say that inflation is still too high and it being more important to stick to the plan to halve it in order to ease the pressure on families and businesses. Will policymakers take that on board then?
Well, in terms of the Bank of England, they are ostensibly independent, so they will be looking at their models, looking at the information from their regional agents. But they do face a tricky decision now, trickier probably than it was about 5 to 7 this morning. The markets are now pricing it in at about 50-50 whether they're going to go up by another 25 basis points. And that was about 80% before the results were released this morning.
Yeah, I mean... oh, sorry, carry on.
No, that's fine.
A lot of people are saying that they've had to pause and think now. It's come pretty late in the day, hasn't it?
Yes, and ideally you'd hope that the bank wouldn't be reacting to just kind of one data point like this. But there's been kind of persistent problem with economic modelling, not just the banks. Overall, we've had consistent surprises when the inflation figure has been coming out. Sometimes bad news, today was better news, but that makes it harder for policymakers to stick to a plan, and that can create surprises and turmoil in the markets.
OK, and before we get to Thursday, to tomorrow here in the UK, all eyes, of course, are on the United States and the Fed announcement today. I mean, what do the markets need to see from the US?
So I think there was a rise in inflation in the US recently, so the markets might be there expecting another increase. There's been a pause recently, but it's hard to say at this point.
OK. Steve Nolan, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.